What happens when the insatiable greed of one man pushes an entire community to the brink? How far will the oppressed go in their pursuit of freedom? Today we dive into a tale from a time much unlike our own, yet filled with lessons that echo through the centuries. In a bygone era, a feudal lord, blinded by his own greed and arrogance, doubled the taxes imposed on his subjects. The peasantry, crushed under the weight of this unjust levy, grew increasingly resentful. Among them was a man named Roman, a humble peasant whose hunger for freedom was far greater than his hunger for bread. He became the voice of the people, the beacon of their collective discontent. Driven by desperation and a longing for independence, Roman devised a plan. The peasants would withhold their taxes, denying the lord the money and sustenance he so craved. They hoped to show him that his survival was intrinsically linked to their well-being. But alas, the plan fell flat. The lord had ample food stored away, and a treasury full of gold coins. He was unmoved by their protest, and in his wrath, he withdrew his protection, leaving them vulnerable to barbarian raids. And so came the fateful day when the barbarians attacked. Villages burned and harvests were destroyed. In the face of such devastation, Roman approached the Lord once more, pleading for his assistance. But the Lord, in his arrogance, merely laughed. He told Roman that since he was so wise, he should find a way to protect his people. And so, Roman thought. He thought harder than he ever had before, and in the face of adversity, he birthed a plan more audacious than the last. He approached the barbarian leader, offering him a deal. In exchange for peace, he would give them 30% of the income generated from selling their harvest. More than that, he offered to teach the barbarians how to cultivate the land and harvest crops themselves. In essence, Roman sold the barbarians a business course, promising them a life of peace and prosperity. It was a bold move, one that marked the creation and sale of the first ever business course. This tale, steeped in history, teaches us the consequences of unchecked greed and the resilience of the human spirit in the face of adversity. The Lord's greed led to his downfall, while Roman's ingenuity and courage saved his people. It reminds us that the pursuit of freedom often requires sacrifice and innovative thinking, and that even in the darkest times, there is always a glimmer of hope.